Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 41, here's second down and 7. Mahomes now to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Go for a gain of 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now it's Mahomes again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bad sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
There for the tackle is Trent McDuffie.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. It's a gain of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Mahomes takes it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup. And the Eagles are now set up with a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down about the 7. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The slot man in motion right. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive took up an eternity, and we finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your...
That's caught inside the 20. And we'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 15 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, nice move. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There it is, and it passed him up to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That goes for a gain of 31.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll bring this one inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good for the Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Eagles, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now and he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Puka Nacua, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To throw is Jackson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
This to the corner, right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Bates' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they...
Oh, what a juke into space! And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now it's Jackson. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Jackson going to keep it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll go for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
Lions 17. Eagles 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They juked him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
And again, it's Mahomes. Pass complete there to Nakua. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the draw, this is Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Barkley And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Barkley again. And this time he'll get in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Ooh, the juke. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Jackson now. Got a man open. It's Chase. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's second and 10. Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And that is incomplete.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Evades him at the 20. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. Oh, good move. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 22. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's good.
Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution? On the handoff, most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Second down and 4. They'll drop to throw. Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team is playing, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Lamar Jackson in the offense. Down by 11, 2:16 to play. They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. Jackson. Right side to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Now it's Jackson. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Jackson. St. Brown making the catch on the out route.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Zach Ball in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Jackson to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Oh, short pass here, taken in by Laporta. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with a run by Barkley. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Recovered by the Lions.
Jackson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
Now 2nd and 4. Jackson. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Jackson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Here now, 3rd down. Throwing, Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. Coverage defensively by Micah Parsons.
One last shot for Jackson. One last shot at the end zone. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the 4th quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.